Hello, everybody. Abe Safa here with the real estate. It was Century 21 Harrelson Group, also Myrtle Beach Real Estate TV. Sorry we've missed a couple of weeks. The last 4 or 5 weeks we've been, Greg and I have been between traveling, a couple of vacations, and also a real estate seminar we went to. We've kind of been away, so I wanted to just get back live today, get back on track, and update you guys on the market. So the good news is there really hasn't been much change over the last 4 or 5 weeks. The market's been pretty consistent. Looking back at the data, looking at all the buyer leads that we're getting, we're still in a very strong market. There's still a lot of buyers out there, and we're still having the issue of more demand than there is supply. So there's more buyers out there than we have homes available for them. If we go back, if you guys have been watching this, you know that we've been tracking the numbers on a daily basis, looking to see exactly how many properties are on the market, how many are pending. So we're able to see if there's going to be a trend or not. And looking at those numbers, we can trace it back to about April is about where the market was the hottest, right? If we look at the most number of pendings relative to what was on the market, April seems to be what the hottest part of this 18, 24 month market that we've had. That's when we were getting the most number of multiple offers, the most number of buyers, and prices haven't gone down since then. We've seen it kind of cool down just a little bit, but it's really been stable ever since then. So inventory right now is still very low, pretty much across the board, whether it's single family homes, whether it's condos, no matter what, even land is still very low as far as inventory. Now, what we are seeing is a push towards oceanfront condos. Now, all of a sudden, we're seeing oceanfront condos be the hottest thing. That's pretty much the only part of the real estate market where right now is hotter than it was in April. Inventory keeps getting lower and lower on the oceanfront, and it has been driving prices up some. So that's been a really good sign for any of you condo owners out there that have had your property for a while and been waiting for some appreciation. We are finally starting to see some appreciation on the oceanfront condo side. Now, what I'd like to do is kind of go through all the numbers real quick and then share a couple of stats with you at the end about oceanfront condos. So when we look at single family homes, that number again has been consistent. 65% of every home out there on the market right now is under contract. On the seller side, things are still looking very good for you. We're getting great prices. Homes are selling fairly quickly. On the buyer side, it's still frustrating out there. There's not a whole lot of inventory out there, but again, it's not like it was back in April when homes were just selling instantly and having 10 offers in the first 2 hours. Homes are sitting for a couple of days now, so there are some opportunities right now as a buyer if you're looking to buy. When it comes to new construction, holding very strong still. They're having the same issue, low inventory. 70% of every single new construction home that's available for sale is under contract right now. And this even includes like to be built. So this is homes that aren't even available, but they're just forecasted to be built. Those are under contract. So 70% of those right now are pending. So still an extremely strong number. We haven't seen much of a change in those numbers over the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's really been very consistent. Resale homes, still very strong, just under 59% of every home out there is under contract. So that number obviously is lower. We got close to about 70% back in April. So when I said earlier in the show, when I was saying it was peaking back in April, you see there's a little bit of relief right now. So there are more homes available right now for you buyers out there. If you missed out on the opportunity back during the spring when things were crazy, this is the time to maybe dive back in. Because everything I'm seeing out there, every single article I'm reading, Goldman Sachs, I think, put out a report the other day. They're forecasting single family home prices on a national level to increase by another 12% next year. So we had some crazy increases this year, 20+%. They're forecasting another 12% next year. As low as inventory is and as high as there is a demand out there, I don't see prices going down, at least not in the near future. And when I say near future, I'm thinking 3, 6, 9 months. It looks like it's still going to be a very strong market, especially in our area. There's still a lot of demand. So single family homes still very strong. Good time to be a seller. It's getting a little bit easier to be a buyer right now. Now let's look at the condo situation. So when we look at the overall condos, 72% of everything out there is pending. That's a very close number to what it's been for months, right? So that number as a whole has been holding fairly strong. We look at non-oceanfront units. What I mean by that is anything that is not on the oceanfront. It could be a golf course view. It could be just a condo sitting out there. 76% just about of all units out there are still under contract. So that in itself is a very strong number. But this is the number that I'm really starting to pay attention to. So condos on the oceanfront, it's up to 66% pending. So out of 736 units that are on the market, this is the entire Grand Strand, 487 of those are under contract. This is the highest number that we've had so far throughout this COVID market that we've had. So even again, back in March, April, when the market seemed like it was on fire for single family homes, condos, oceanfront condos were lagging a little bit. Now they're finally like getting hot. So everything is selling in the condos. As a matter of fact, let me share a couple of numbers with you. There's only 239 condos on the ocean right now in the entire Grand Strand. That's all the way down from Pawleys, all the way up to north end of North Myrtle Beach. Only 239 units available for sale right now. Out of those, there's 42 efficiencies, 61 one-bedrooms, 61 two-bedrooms, 53 bedrooms, and 25 that are 4 bedrooms or higher. There's really not a whole lot out there. So if you've been thinking about buying a condo, you need to jump in now, because if this continues, we're going to see it's going to get tighter and tighter and less inventory for you to buy. If you've been a seller, a condo owner that's been thinking about selling, I think this is a really prime opportunity. Just about every single building out there right now, we're able to get higher prices than we have in the past. Even buildings like Landmark that have just had a ton of inventory for the longest time, now it's a good opportunity to kind of, I don't want to say the word unload, but this is the time to maybe get out of some of those condos that you have not wanted to hold on to, just been looking for the right opportunity. So this could be a great opportunity for any oceanfront condo owners that have been thinking about selling. If you have, or even just curious at what you might get right now on the market, give me a call. Would love to help you, whether you decide to sell or not, would love to at least have a conversation with you, and I'll let you know what your property is worth, or call Greg, either one of us. There's our numbers there. And lastly, I want to share the land numbers. Really not much change to what they've been. Just under 22% of all land that's on the market right now is under contract. So fairly stable number there. So really the biggest news right now is oceanfront condos, how all of a sudden it's gotten hot. I really urge you to give me a call. Let's have a conversation, at least know what you could get right now for your condo and what it's worth, because it's significantly different than what it was a couple of months ago. Anything you need, please give me a call. My number's below. I'll see you guys next week.